time, yeah.
Well, that works for me because I wanted to ask you real quick about your music.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because you go under, this is totally different. For those who don't know, you go under the name Maverick with your
Mhm.
rap career. And you've been doing this quite a few years, actually. Like, I thought maybe this was a new thing, but you've been doing this a while. You've released some music and stuff. Talk to us a little bit about how you got into rapping, what it means to you, and what your main goals and aspirations are with music.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I had said before, I definitely like to touch a different, lot of branches of entertainment. And when I was maybe like 13 years old, I was going through a bit of a hard time, as much, young teens do. And I started writing. I started writing poetry. And I just kind of felt like I love this poetry, but I want to like rip it from the paper and put it in people's heads and in their ears. Like I just felt like I wanted to bring it to life in a different way. So I started writing hip hop music. Now it's funny because I listen to a lot of different music. I'm not someone who's like, oh, I just like rap. I can listen to, well, now country, that's new for me, but I can listen to
Yeah,
country. I
same,
can
same.
listen to, yeah, my sugar mama put me onto it. And there's some, like, I really like Zach Brown Band. I don't know if you listen to them at all, but big fan. But anyway, so I started writing music when I was 13. First song I ever recorded was when I was 15 years old. So over half my
Damn.
life ago was the first time I ever recorded something. And I just did it as a hobby at first. But again, just kind of like with wrestling, I was like, nah, I have something that other people don't have. Let me try something with this. So it's been majority of a hobby, but a couple of years ago I decided to really start pushing it. And I come out with a bunch of different types of like hip hop music. I did a song about the school shootings that were happening in the States, which got a lot of I don't want to say popularity because I just feel like that's a weird word to use.
It got some attention,
Yeah,
basically.
it got some attention. Yeah, that's a better word. Um, and I love making music. It's probably something that I'll do for the rest of my life, even if it's slow. Because right now, I started something called Battle Zone Bars, which you probably have seen, and I'll talk about that very briefly because I could talk about it forever. But it's a hip hop cipher competition.
Hmm.
And the reason I did that was because just like with wrestling, where I had a goal where I was like, all right, trying out for a major promotion is my top goal. My top goal for music was to get into this contest called Team Backpack. And I was like, all right, that's my top goal with music. Once I get there, I'll be content. So I get there and I leave the contest and I'm just scratching my head and I'm like, that didn't do anything for me. That didn't, I thought that was going to be, same thing with Impact. I thought that was going to be what put me on the next pedestal. And I guess when I look back at both of those moments in life, I should have been more okay with, hey, Matt, you might not be moving up, but maybe here's a left turn, and maybe that'll eventually get you where you want to be. Because I felt both of those moments in my life were very like disheartening moments. But back to the contest real quick. Leaving that, I was like, I left with nothing. Like I didn't have anything to show for participating in that and getting to that stage. So what I wanted to do was create something to give back to other people. So it's like it's very cheap to enter the contest, and you end up getting a bunch of things. Music videos, you can get free mixing and mastering of
Oh, wow.
music.
Okay.
There's so much that you can walk away with that I was like, no, this is going to make a good hip hop contest because it costs a lot of money to pursue something in entertainment. As you know, you end up getting camera, mics, equipment. It gets to be a very expensive hobby or career. And at this stage with music, I think it's more about giving back and creating something than oh, I'm just gonna make it on my own. Like I don't need to be the next Eminem or anything like that. I just want to kind of give back and help people where I felt like I could have used the help.
No, respect. That's a really cool thing to do. I think not a lot of people necessarily have that approach, so that's really cool. Do you think you would ever use your music, like record a song as like your entrance theme or something like that?
I would do my song as my entrance theme. I totally would. I had recorded a song once and I ended up using it maybe like twice. And
Just not
I had
feeling it,
other
right?
songs. No, yeah, I had other songs that I had used as entrance themes that I'm like, no, that just fits more. Like, even though I recorded this, like, this is me. Like, when I was a baby face on the independent scene, I used Macklemore, Can't Hold Us. I don't know if you know that song. But it's a very, like, hyping song. Like, you hear it,
Wow.
it's like right away, it gets
I
people
can
like, oh,
imagine that actually
you know?
working. Yeah, now I
Yeah.
think about it. That's yeah.
And I came out to it and like people would be like, yeah, this is crazy. When I was a heel, I used two different songs.
It's got to be metal, really, isn't it? Heavy
You know
metal.
what? Not even, because I wasn't an intimidating heel at all. So I was more like, I needed something with like swag and like obnoxiousness,
I
you know?
believe the term is chicken shit heel.
I was definitely